I find it quite weird that people sort of say, oh, it's not melodic, or it's not. And to me, the melodies are just still there. It's sort of still the same thing for me. The melodies are just going into a different place, but it's still melody. To be honest, it just sort of went wrong. Personally speaking, it was like, there's a cliche you have in films, especially 70s films, I can't remember one in particular, where you have a character and they walk into a room full of mirrors, about 100 mirrors, but they're all reflecting on each other, so you get about like 5,000 of you. That's what was going on for me personally. So there was just a lot of sorting out to do, really. We'd worked together for so long that we needed to go away and rebuild something else, you know? It's like being in the army. What we want to do is break the cycle of band goes on tour for 9 months, turns into monsters, has to sort themselves out, piece together the bits and in order to make another one, or the thing about making records in order to go on tour and all that sort of stuff. Personally speaking, even though I enjoy playing live, I actually enjoy writing and recording more, because that's the stuff that will end up lasting. That's kind of the real, for me personally, that's the real reason. He's brilliant because he's like so, he's the voice of reason, really. A lot of the time, when things just get really out of hand, he's sitting there going, no. Knowing when something's sparking off properly, and also he has the ability to take some like really, not good sounds and turn them into really amazing sounds, and a way of sort of piecing things together, which stops it being just a mess. He also bosses us around, which is good. He makes us have meetings every day at midday. It's all very civilised. By the end of the day, it's not at all, but at least we have that little bit of civilised Englishness first thing in the morning. That's actually quite weird. When we came off OK Computer, I bought this house, this empty house, and it had a ghost in it. I filled up a whole mini disc of stuff. Of songs and half-formed ramblings or whatever, and then there's a lightning strike and it wiped it all. And I was really upset because there was some really good stuff on it. Well, he was trapped in the plaster and we got rid of the plaster and now he's left. It was just nonsense. It was nonsense, but then it sort of wasn't as well. I don't know quite why it meant so much to us. It actually came out of like realising that shooting videos was basically making long adverts. So we kind of wanted to make adverts and be honest about it. What we found was if you only do 30-second segments and you haven't got like you're not trying to create any like narrative or it's a storyline, you could really just loosen up and just do anything at all. Anything you want. You've got 30 seconds to do anything. And that was really nice. That was kind of really liberating. Actually, we'll probably go back to doing like longer things again, because you can't just keep doing 30-second things, it gets boring. We're sort of, at the moment, trying to develop a new way of writing, which is still loosely vocal and song-based, but it's just not strumming your heart out on the guitar, which is great and everything, but it isn't everything, and there's other things to life as well. We're quite influenced by a lot of different things now. A lot of like sampled and electronic stuff where you're dealing with fragments and things. It's very much, there's a lot less of the old sitting down with an acoustic guitar and humming away now, and it's much more about using laptops and bits and pieces and people presenting things to me on a laptop, and I take it away on my laptop and set up, play it loud in my room and sing along. Contrary to what apparently other people have been saying, not that I ever read all that drivel, but it really is not, it's not the safe option. The stuff on Kid A went together well and made sense, and the other stuff was more like fragments and is more difficult to make sense of. But probably just as good. I cannot get my head around the fact it's #1 in America at all, but it just doesn't mean, you know, it's just la-la. We went out and we had a glass of champagne and we all looked at each other just going... A close friend of mine says, "Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is?" Yeah. I don't know. It's in a way you're the last. I'm the last person you should ask about it, because, I mean, you know, it's really amazing, and I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, really. I still kind of think it is pop, really, but I think it depends the reasons you choose for doing it, isn't it? If you choose to do it to get recognised and make money, or choose to do it because you love it. It was just. I got one of these really, it's a sequencer, very simple sequencer, and the sequence that starts that song off was called Kid A, and I found it by accident when I was just going through playing stuff to everybody. It just really came from that. I've got no idea why it was called Kid A. When you're programming stuff, you call things very peculiar names, because really you have, you know, you're not writing any words to it, so you can really just put any old shit down.